Unrivaled League needs Caitlyn Clark, and they are preparing to offer her a massive deal. But is it all too little too late?
Special players attract special contract offers and compensation. The upcoming Unrivaled Women's Basketball League is considering a Lionel Messi-like offer to lure Caitlyn Clark to play in the league's debut season. The league is looking to make Caitlyn the face of what's planning to be the most exciting 3v3 league in the world.
This, to me, is another reason why Caitlyn Clark needs to flee the WNBA. It's a political organization. They're not serious about business. They don't care about traditional sports fans. It's a little cult that puts out little political statements, and everybody wears vote t-shirts. They don't care about making money. They don't care really about building up this league and making it profitable. They're a charity. She needs to flee the WNBA and start her own league in this
side club. It has just been reported today that Caitlyn Clark could receive a Lionel Messi-like offer to play in Unrivaled startup 3-on-3 league, which is a full court press.
The startup league's full court press to acquire Clark is similar to Major League Soccer's Inter Miami CF's quest to sign Messi in 2023. The team understood that pay alone would not be enough to attract the worldwide superstar. Inter Miami created an unusual package that comprised a $150 million deal, partial ownership, and additional financial incentives. Apple has even agreed to share money from the MLS season pass with the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner.
League has 26 of their 30 players already, and they have been announcing players for the past 3 months. And there has been speculation throughout the entire WNBA season if Caitlyn Clark would be joining Unrivaled in the offseason. Caitlyn Clark is needed for this league. It should be one of their main goals is to get her to play in the league no matter what that costs, no matter what that is going to take.
Clark was just rated the 4th most marketable athlete in the world by Sports Pro in London. Messi follows her at number 5. With her notoriety and broad appeal in mind, the startup league is preparing to pay Clark anything from a salary that may reach $1 million for less than 3 months of work to equity and revenue sharing, according to insiders.
Nafisa Collier, who is one of the founders of Unrivaled, had this to say about Caitlyn Clark. She said, "It's just so crazy because the growth that Caitlyn has brought to the game, the sheer amount of money that she's making these teams, people are having to move their venues when she comes to play, and she's getting paid like $75,000 a year. She should be one of the top paid players in the world just for the sheer numbers that she's bringing." And I'm glad that a WNBA player is finally saying this out loud, admitting to it, because it has been so clear for so many people the Caitlyn Clark effect that she has had on the WNBA this season.
Unrivaled expects that a Caitlyn Clark effect, similar to the Messi effect in MLS, would boost ticket sales and ratings for TV partner TNT Sports while luring high-profile advertisers, just like she did for the WNBA this year. And that $1 million salary may not seem like much when compared to NBA superstars such as LeBron James, who will earn $48.7 million with the Lakers this season. However, it would be a fortune compared to Clark's base pay of $76,035 during her inaugural season with the Indiana Fever. According to SpotTrack, she will earn only $338,056 during her first 4 seasons, excluding incentives. The WNBA's highest paid players in 2025, Jewel Lloyd and Arike Ogunbowale, will earn only $249,030 in a season. Warriors superstar Steph Curry earns $55.8 million. So a nice payday for a couple months of work would be welcomed. But, luckily for Caitlyn, her true income comes from outside the court. Among other contracts, she has an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike. Since her college days with the Iowa Hawkeyes, she's built an impressive portfolio of corporate sponsors, including the Swoosh, State Farm, Gatorade, Wilson, Bose, Buick, and other brands. However, she probably would want to get paid more by her actual employers instead of negotiating side deals all the time. So the Unrivaled League could fix that.
So do I think Caitlyn Clark should join Unrivaled? I'm not so sure. I think that the money needs to be high. It needs to be in the millions. It needs to be at least what Cube offered her for the big three at minimum. And even with that, Caitlyn Clark doesn't need any money. She has plenty of endorsement deals. I think she is totally fine. And I think for her body and for her mental health, it might not be the best thing for her.
But at the same time, Clark could easily spend her summer exercising, playing golf, and filming television ads. However, Unrivaled believes that a hefty wage, a stake in the league, all players will have equity opportunities, and the challenge of competing against the world's best female players would tempt the 22-year-old point guard. Unrivaled, co-founded by Brianna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, pledges to pay its 30 players the highest salaries in professional women's sports league history. That translates to a six-figure basic wage exclusive of their stock investments. According to reports, both players and agents have been informed upfront that the league would not use a one-size-fits-all approach to pay. Instead, participants will be compensated using a sliding scale. Players will earn more as their celebrity and social media following grow. By that metric, Clark is the most popular athlete on television since Tiger Woods. To date, 26 of the 30 players, including Chelsea Gray and Angel Reese, have expressed their desire to compete in the six-team competition. The WNBA Players Union decided on Monday to opt out of the collective bargaining agreement, which was meant to last until 2027. Unrivaled is proud to offer the highest average salary in professional women's sports league history, in addition to offering an equity stake to all athletes competing in the inaugural season, the league's representative told FOS on Tuesday. While we believe Unrivaled is setting a new standard in the marketplace, we are not disclosing individual player compensation packages or league financials at this time. Unrivaled will launch in Miami in January 2025. The 3-on-3 league season will last 8 weeks, including playoffs. Clark may also find it appealing to spend the coldest portion of the winter in warm South Florida rather than frigid Iowa. Clark, like Messi, must make the final decision. The ball is in her court. Unrivaled would not comment on Clark's interest, but a spokesman told FOS that the league is proud to offer the highest average salary in professional women's sports league history. Unrivaled will have to dig deep to make sure Caitlyn is coming, as Unrivaled is not the first basketball league to pursue Caitlyn Clark. In March, Ice Cube's Big Three tabled a $5 million offer to play 8 games in addition to her WNBA obligations. That proposition eventually fell on deaf ears. It's clear why Unrivaled is interested in Clark, who was placed 4th on SportsPro's 2024 list of the world's 50 most marketable 50mm players, and has the broad appeal that new leagues need. However, Clark has reached the point where she can practically set her own price after only 1 season as a professional athlete. But at the same time, the WNBA is ignoring her as well. Does she even want to stay in that league forever?
Here's the issue with the WNBA, and I'm going to repeat a mantra. It is the most unlikable league and culture in all of sports, by far. And I'm talking from the players, to some of the ownership, to all the media members, to the podcasters, to those who defend it. It's the most unlikable league in the whole wide world. And this is just another piece of evidence to support that statement.
And if she wants to go, is Unrivaled the answer?
I don't care how much money. They can offer Caitlyn Clark $100 million, and I would tell her to stay away from this Unrivaled 3-on-3. It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a bad look for women's basketball. It's going to hurt their momentum. It's not even a real thing. It's something to pacify them, to make the women think, hey, you know what? I need to keep going along with this crap WNBA league that has poor leadership and doesn't know how to become profitable so we can get paid. They want to get paid for just whining and complaining and saying we deserve it rather than earning it. They could earn it if they started a rival league.
And what would happen to the WNBA league? Surely it would collapse immediately, right? We all know it's about Caitlyn. It always has been about Caitlyn. But the WNBA seems to think otherwise.
Not only would she be financially secure if that deal is legitimate, I would like to see the WNBA for at least one season without her. Because you keep saying it's about the league. You keep saying it's about other people too. It's not just about one person. I'd actually like to see this.
Could the WNBA even survive without Caitlyn Clark? Or would they be doomed? One thing is certain, if it were to happen, Caitlyn is ready for it. Overall, she has maintained a quiet profile in the month after her WNBA rookie season ended, until Wednesday, when the Fever shared a video of her on-court training. The timing of the video is unusual, considering a story appeared hours before that the Unrivaled Basketball League is preparing to make Clark a Lionel Messi-like offer to join the ranks. But it seems Clark is warming up for something. Could that be the Unrivaled League? I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day, Clark said in the video. Clark has been at the vanguard of the surge in popularity of women's basketball, and she may have had an important role in increasing interest in Unrivaled. The aim is that Clark will help Unrivaled acquire new followers while also increasing ticket sales, TV audiences, and commercial opportunities. Unrivaled announced last week that it has secured an exclusive, multi-year partnership with TNT Sports for broadcast rights, with games also scheduled for True TV. All games will be broadcast on Max. And at this rate, it might include Caitlyn Clark as well. If it does happen, it will be a very exciting league to watch. The main question then would be, who is she teaming up with? Could she be forming a team with some of the free agents looking to transfer over to the Fever during the winter? Could she form a partnership with Plum, as she might be on her way to the Fever? Or will she team up with rival Angel Reese to form a super team? What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe for daily basketball news.